Welcome back to Poorly Educated Today in the News, the show where the national chaos is served lukewarm. The jokes are questionable, and the host is still wondering why the government works less reliably than Earl's lawnmower after he filled the gas tank with orange soda. It is December 28th, 2025, and America is ending the year the way only America knows how. Confused, overcaffeinated, deeply divided, accidentally optimistic, and operating on hope, duct tape, and the faint smell of political burnout. So let's take a deep breath and dive into today's headlines, starting with international diplomacy, happening in a location normally reserved for golf, brunch, and people pretending the dress code still matters. Segment 1. The Mar-a-Lago Peace Summit, where world peace meets bottomless mimosas. Today is the big day, the Mar-a-Lago Peace Summit. President Trump and President Zelensky are hashing out the end of a war while sitting in a room where the biggest previous crisis was someone complaining their crab cakes were lukewarm. This is the most intense diplomatic meeting since, well, probably the last one Trump held in a dining room. Ukraine wants security guarantees. Russia wants a time machine that sends NATO back to 1997. And America wants a ceasefire long enough to post a dramatic tweet. The 20-point peace plan is reportedly 90% done, which is impressive because most rednecks I know won't even fill out 90% of a warranty card. But the final 10% is where all the, "Hey, you took my land" stuff is hiding. Zelensky wants a national referendum. Russia wants the geopolitical equivalent of saying, "My house now." And Trump wants to tell the world, "Look at this peace deal I made during lunch." It's messy, it's weird, it's high-stakes international politics conducted in a room with gold trim. America, folks. This is us. Segment 2. Netanyahu flies in again. Mar-a-Lago Airlines. Please prepare for conflict. Benjamin Netanyahu is flying to Florida for the 5th time this year because nothing says stable foreign policy like repeatedly visiting a resort like it's your uncle's timeshare. Israel wants U.S. support for a strike on Iran's missile infrastructure. And for the record, if someone says strike on Iran in Florida, every snowbird over 60 drops their crossword puzzle and asks, "Are we doing this again?" Netanyahu's list of worries includes Iran's missile program, Gaza's disarmament, the ceasefire that's about as sturdy as a folding chair at a family reunion. Meanwhile, the U.S. wants regional stability, which is political speak for stop blowing stuff up so we don't have to get involved. It's a delicate balancing act, the kind usually done by Wallenda tightrope walkers or people carrying 7 grocery bags and refusing to make a second trip. Segment 3. Congress is in revolt, the redneck rebellion of discharge petitions. Congress has turned into a honky-tonk bar at closing time. People shouting, paperwork flying, someone demanding the jukebox get unplugged. We've had 4 successful discharge petitions, which is Washington speak for, "The Speaker can't stop us anymore, yeehaw." Representative Thomas Massie helped pass the Epstein Files Act. Trump called him a low-life Republican, and Massie, being the entrepreneur he is, slapped it on a fundraising ad and raised enough money to buy a limited edition tractor. Trump now wants the Senate filibuster gone, and Senate Republicans are staring at him like, "Sir, if we do that, the next time Democrats win, we will be governed entirely by yoga instructors and TikTok influencers." It's chaos. The kind of chaos where you hear breaking news and say, "Yeah, that sounds about right." Segment 4. AI takes over America. Or at least the water supply in the West. The AI action plan is now in full swing. Tech bros are celebrating, bureaucrats are sweating, and confused citizens are Googling, is AI supposed to use this much electricity? Massive AI data centers are being built across the West. These things drink water like a redneck after mowing the lawn in 100-degree heat. Whole counties are looking at their reservoirs like, y'all good? Trump created an AI litigation task force to strike down state AI laws. California fainted. Utah said, "We'll see you in court." And Texas said, "Y'all sure you want to pick this fight?" Meanwhile, Elon Musk's Department of Government Efficiency continues its crusade to fire every federal worker who has ever used a stapler. Musk is basically Marie Kondoing the U.S. government. Does this agency spark joy? No? Gone. We'll see how this plays out when nobody knows who's supposed to file the paperwork for infrastructure permits. Segment 5. The economy? Booming like fireworks, stable like a wobbly card table. GDP is up, inflation is down, unemployment is low, and yet everyone feels like the bottom might fall out any second. It's like owning a truck that runs great, but makes one mysterious noise that keeps getting louder. The 43-day shutdown left scars. Economists say we lost $11 billion permanently, which is about the price of 3 government fighter jets or 1 slightly upgraded highway overpass. Fed officials are trying to make decisions despite the data delay. Imagine driving a tractor blindfolded while Earl in the passenger seat keeps yelling, "Turn left!" No, not that left. Tariffs are bouncing around like popcorn. One day your bananas are taxed. The next day they're free. Grocery prices swing like mood swings at a family reunion. Americans have turned to thrifting so hard, Goodwill is basically the new Walmart. You know times are changing when return rates drop because everyone said, "If I bought it, I'm keeping it, even if it looks weird." Segment 6. Healthcare cliff approaches. Premiums about to go full yikes. The ACA subsidies expire in days. 24 million Americans are about to get premium notices that read like ransom notes. House Democrats forced a vote via discharge petition. But Senate Republicans are acting like someone asked them to pay the bill at a fancy restaurant. Meanwhile, DHS wants to overhaul public charge rules, making immigration officers human calculators of, will this person ever need help? The AMA says the policy could push 400,000 people off Medicaid and CHIP. That's not a healthcare cliff. That's a healthcare canyon. America is entering 2026 like a man stepping on an icy sidewalk, confident until gravity says otherwise. Segment 7. The miracle baby and the blizzard that froze 40,000 travel plans. Time for something heartwarming. Baby Ryu, born after an abdominal pregnancy that should have been impossible. Doctors delivered the baby and removed a 22-pound tumor in one surgery. The medical team deserves a medal, a vacation, and possibly an exorcism. The child is healthy. The mother is healthy. And America collectively said, finally, a good story that doesn't involve missiles or inflation. Meanwhile, the Northeast is buried in snow. Flights canceled. Highways slicker than a buttered skillet. New Yorkers acting like 4 inches of snow is unprecedented. Buffalo residents laughing in the background. If you traveled this weekend, I hope you packed snacks, blankets, and a backup personality because you probably met your limits. In conclusion, America ends 2025 the only way it knows how. Juggling global peace talks in a resort dining room, attempting domestic governance through insults and procedural hacks, building an AI empire with questionable water usage, and watching the economy boom while everyone feels broke. If this year were a redneck, it would be the guy riding a mechanical bull while holding a turkey leg and yelling, "I'm fine, I swear!" 2026 is coming, folks. Buckle up, or don't. It's not like the seatbelt works anymore.